Was the music director of this orchestra at the time that had international renown, with considerable influence. So, and he's also a well-respected composer, and he's been a very helpful guide to me in starting this job. So I'd like to introduce to you, and please give him undivided attention, Mr. Jacob Avshalomov.
Pleased I am to be here tonight to see you and to hear you working at music so beautifully and so seriously. You look just like my orchestra. And you're different faces and I'm sure different names. The orchestra has in some ways always belonged to our family. And I'll tell you a minute or two how that happens. You've probably heard of the founding conductor, Jacques Gershkovich. If not, you will, and you should. He was a friend of my father's before the orchestra was formed, before he came to Portland. They knew each other, my father and Jacques Gershkovich, knew each other in North China, where I was born. So when I came to the United States with my mother and went to Los Angeles and studied composition with some fine people, I decided I'd better get an education and come here and to go to school. And I got into Reed College, and Mr. and Mrs. Gershkovich kindly invited me to live with them as their foster son. They had no children. Not playing an orchestral instrument made it a little hard to be in the orchestra, but he put me in the percussion section where I could not do much harm on the bass drum. But as it happens, I did do some harm on the cymbals. Very shortly after I got into the orchestra, they were working on Peter and the Wolf, Prokofiev, Peter and the Wolf. And at that spot where he says, "Look out!" and the cymbal goes, "Choo!" I came in a bar early. And Mr. Gershkovich, despite the fact I was his foster son, marched through that orchestra, everybody cleaving apart like the Red Sea to the offending person, and shaking his finger under my nose, saying in his Russianized English, "How shame to you, terrible boy!" And he turned around and came back, and in 2 minutes it was all over. He forgot. He was a wonderful man, a wonderful teacher, and a fine conductor. He established the Portland Junior Symphony so that it was known nationally and internationally through radio broadcasts. When I say it belonged to my family, it belonged in other ways as well. My wife's brother played in the orchestra before I came to Portland. And when I came, my wife's brother, Max, who played viola, persuaded my wife, Doris, to take up an instrument. Since I was back there beating on a drum, mindlessly, she took up the bass. Incidentally, she wants me to know how many are using German bows and how many are using French bows. Let me know before I leave. I was in the orchestra with my wife and our two sons. One is a violist now of the American String Quartet. As it happens, they'll be playing in Portland in April. The other one, David, they'll both be here for the concert in March when you're going to play a new work of mine, I hear. And David was assistant conductor with me on 2 international tours when we toured with the orchestra. So the family is deeply connected. And in a way, the orchestra will always be mine, no matter who's conducting. It's all yours. I hope you realize how privileged you are to be in such an artistic element. Just this week, I got an email from the concertmaster on our first European tour of 1970. Valerie Paulette. She's hoping to come for the March 7th concert. And in the email, she said to me, I think of you every day. A couple of years ago, after an afternoon nap, there were footsteps on my porch, and I went out to see a man about 65 years of age who said to me, "Oh, Mr. A, you won't remember me." And I said, "Ed Christie, you played in the 70s and you sat outside third stand and you used to ride with Bob Mundell." McMinnville. He was flabbergasted. I was just driving up the street, he said, and I recognized your house, and I had to come up and tell you what it meant to me to play in the orchestra. And finally, I must tell you about, there were 3 members of the orchestra. There are many who went out into professional orchestras all over. But one in particular, Joe Hearn, played bass in the Boston Symphony, came home one holiday time and sat back there with the then president of the orchestra and said, "Everything I needed to know to play in the Boston Symphony, I learned in this room." So I hope you will appreciate your opportunity. People often ask me if I don't miss doing this. I've been retired for 13 years and miss the great events and the travels and the plane and all that. And I said, I don't. I had my turn. I had all the appreciation I deserve. But I do miss the students. I do miss seeing you guys. So my last word to you is this. Sometime if you have the notion that you would like to have a chat with me, find my phone number in the phone book and come see me. And we can talk about many things. What the orchestra used to do, where we traveled, who our soloists were, whom we commissioned to write music for us, about my boyhood in China, about my athletic career before that. And above all, let me urge you and encourage you to give your best attention to your fine new conductor, David Hattner. Thanks for your attention.